The Borrow the Moon loan boxes contain an amazing collection of rocks brought back from the moon by Apollo astronauts and a variety of meteorites from various parts of the solar system, including other planets. And all of these samples and ones like them are studied in great detail by scientists here in the UK to unlock some of the mysteries of our solar system. So the aim of this scheme is to bring this science into the classroom and give students the chance to look at these exciting rocks through the eyes of a planetary scientist.
I kind of ended up doing space science a little bit accidentally. I mean, I set out to be a geologist, and I guess space geology is just a different part of our understanding of the Earth as a terrestrial planet. And so it was quite an unexpected move into doing space science research.
So I started life as a geologist. I did a degree in geology in London, but I managed to get a research post after that in America. I managed to get involved working with a guy who was one of the backroom geologists during the Apollo 17 mission, who was advising the astronauts where to go, and I just thought, I've got to get involved in some of these lunar and Martian projects. So my work relates to the Borrow the Moon boxes because I study meteorites from Mars, very much like this one. Martian meteorites are volcanic rocks. They're very similar to the type of volcanic rocks that you find on Earth, such as this one in places like Hawaii. We can use the chemistry of samples to understand how magmas are formed deep within the mantle of Mars. And this enables us to answer a lot of sort of broad questions about how planets form in general.
As well as containing lunar samples, the Borrow the Moon boxes also contain some meteorite samples, and a meteorite like this one, we call it a chondrite. It contains tiny little spherical particles called chondrules. The material in it has changed very little over the 4.5 billion year history of the solar system. So by dating samples like this, we can learn about the early evolution of the solar system.
These are actually the types of samples that I work on in our laboratory. So I'm investigating the moon's geological past and the why and when it's been hit by impacting asteroids and comets by studying lunar samples such as this. I also do a second line of research in that I am helping to organise an expedition to Antarctica to discover iron-rich meteorites such as this one here. This is a stony iron meteorite, and to return new meteorite samples to the UK to be made available for research opportunities.
Would you like to be a scientist? Do you like science?
Yeah, and I like, when I'm old, I'm going to be a spaceman.
Excellent, going to be an astronaut.
Well, the big question in the field of Martian research is there or has there ever been life on Mars? So using volcanic rocks, we can start to understand the sort of environments where life potentially could have flourished. Typically associated with volcanoes, you get these hot, mineral-rich environments. So by understanding volcanoes and volcanism on Mars, we can start to understand the types of environments that might have been present that would have encouraged life.
One of the big topics in science of meteorites and asteroids at the moment relates to sample return missions. There are two missions, NASA's OSIRIS-REx mission and a Japanese mission called Hayabusa 2. They will collect material from two different asteroids and return it to Earth, and then we can analyse that in conjunction with samples of meteorites we have and see the similarities and differences between the different types of material.
It'd be incredibly interesting to understand whether the moon has ice in its polar regions trapped within shadowed craters. Now this is interesting for science because we'd like to understand if that was delivered by impacting comets or wet asteroids. And it's also very, very interesting from the point of view of future exploration, because if there is ice there, we may be able to utilise it in our future exploration of the moon with human beings.
It's really quite a privilege to be able to showcase what's going on in the UK at the moment with this research, and we really hope that as many students as possible will engage with this and perhaps even begin to think about careers that they hadn't even realised existed.